Knowing what education has done for me is one of the reasons that I wanted to become an educational leader. When I think about equity in education, oftentimes the first thing that comes to mind is just making sure all of our scholars have what they need. They may need a little bit more than what a textbook or a lesson plan provides. That's why equity is so important, because we're not only addressing those academic needs, we're also addressing those emotional needs and making sure that our scholars have someone that they can trust, someone to tell them that you can be anything that you want to be. I never want equity to become a buzzword that we use in education. I'm from Salisbury, North Carolina, and grew up in poverty. I did join the Army right out of high school. I am a first-generation four-year college student. One of my favorite authors recently is Robert Jackson.
I wanted educators to know how to educate kids like me.
He wrote the book, Becoming the Educator They Need. The thing I love about it is that it's aimed specifically at what educators need in order to really impact the lives of our Black and brown male students.
We do not want children trapped in schools that will not change and will not teach.
No child left behind. It's not a very popular thing to talk about. It caused us to really take a reflective look at ourselves as educators and our practices and wonder, why aren't we closing that gap? Disaggregating data and making sure that we are using high quality and effective instructional practices to ensure that our Black and brown babies are getting the best education possible, because that's what they deserve. The one thing that I would advise is tell your story. Our scholars need to see us as real people, and they need to know what's possible in their own lives. Be transparent and be vulnerable. Be enough of a humble leader to show your scholars, your families, even your teachers and staff who you are as a person and not just as an educator.